Welcome. Here I have the Zomee Z2 breast pump. So this pump is meant to be a portable pump. So it comes with this lanyard, and you can attach the lanyard here to this place, and then you can hang that around your neck and walk around the house, maybe do some light chores. I find that because you have also the flanges and the tubing and the pump all attached to the front of my body, it is not very effective for me to try to do chores that require me to use my hands a lot. So I do not fold laundry, I do not do dishes, but I can vacuum, and that for me, or like brush my teeth and kind of get my toiletry routine done for my morning. I can also eat breakfast. So these are the kinds of things I do in the morning. I'm not doing a lot of chores while pumping. Light chores only, and things that don't require me to be using kind of my hands a lot because I just don't find with any of these portable pumps and all that stuff on the front of my body that it really is very effective. So this pump can be used as a single or as a double. So if you just want to pump one breast at a time, you can leave this silicone thing in place and plug your tubing in here. You do need to make sure that silicone is all the way plugged in, because otherwise it won't get good suction. If you would like to use it as a double breast pump, then you unplug that and kind of turn that to the side, and then you have room for your two there. So that's how you would use it, as either a single or a double. And then in order to turn this on, you press and hold the power button for 3 seconds. When it turns on in what's this called two-phase mode. So there's a vertical bar here, and this will tell you what mode you're in. So you press the M button to switch modes. This is two-phase mode. This is stimulation mode. And this is expression mode. So those are the three modes. The stimulation mode, let's talk about that first. So the stimulation mode is just what it sounds like. It's intended to stimulate the flow and get that letdown started. So you can hear the pump. It's small, fast draws, small, fast suctions. And you can adjust this. It has 5 levels. You can do the plus or the minus here to adjust the level. So that would be where you would start to get the letdown to come. The next mode is the expression mode. So this is to express your full amount. And this one has 9 levels of suction. So it goes all the way up to 9. This is what you would do for kind of your main suction, your main part of your pumping. And then this two-phase mode, I'm seeing a lot of pumps add this kind of thing to their product. When I Googled it to look at which ones I was, to decide which pump to get, I see a lot of them have this. So what this is a mixture of the small quick draws and then the longer, more powerful suction. And if you switch back and forth between breastfeeding and pumping, you'll notice that this is more like what your baby does. And my children have always been noisy nursers, so it's like really loud. It's like, and then some long draws after that. So that's what that mode is. You can press this button here to pause or play. So if you would like to pause the suction for any reason, if you need to, I don't know, maybe you just need to reset something or whatever the case may be. Maybe you need to answer a phone call. You can press that to pause it, and then again to start. This pump has a feature where after 30 minutes, it turns off automatically. So this timer lets you know where you're at. After 30 minutes, it's going to shut itself automatically off. And I like that because with the touch screen, especially if it's thrown in a bag, if it gets automatically or accidentally turned on, it's not just going to run until the battery is out. It will turn itself off after 30 minutes. But I have read reviews of some people who complain because they would like to pump for 45 minutes or longer, and it annoys them that it turns itself off. For me, that has not usually been a problem. So when I turn the pump on and I'm getting ready to start my session, I start in this expression mode. It's the stimulation mode. So I usually start at a pretty low setting. As the session goes on, you kind of get desensitized and you can turn those volume settings up or suction settings up, but I like to keep it low to start. you should be able to feel it, but it should not hurt. And for some people, you just have to play with trying different levels, because sometimes you can actually get better removal at a lower level, because you need to be able to relax in order for the letdown to occur. So if it kind of hurts and you're not relaxed, it's not going to happen. So keep that in mind. Try to relax, and that may mean putting it at a little bit lower level. So when I start in the stimulation mode, and I usually do about 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes, until I see that that first letdown is coming. And then I'll switch to the expression mode. Again, I'll usually start at a lower level of expression mode. By the end of the session, I'll be up somewhere between 5 and 7. It kind of varies each time depending on where I'm at. And I just pay attention to how it feels. So I'll switch into that that expression mode, and I'll usually stay there for about 4 minutes until it feels like that first letdown is slowing and I'm not getting as much volume out. And then, because I don't like to kind of be constantly switching back and forth between stimulation and expression, I actually will then move it to that 2-phase mode, and I'll just leave it there for the rest of the session. So I'm usually pumping between 20 and 25 minutes. The first 2 minutes are that stimulation mode. The next 4 or 5 minutes are that expression mode. And then the remainder, 18 or 15 minutes are going to be this 2-phase mode. So for me, that's what works, and that's what I prefer doing, because then I don't have to be pulling it out and messing with it, right? So that's what I do to run my session. Another feature of this pump is that it does have a nightlight. So if you press and hold this nightlight button for about 3 seconds, it turns on this ring around, and so that is the nightlight feature. And then you just tap it to turn that off. When you're done with the session, you just tap the power button to turn it off, and then you're all done. So that is this kind of Zomee Z2 pump. It's a pretty good little pump. One thing that I will say is that some of these portable ones have been getting a bad rap because people think that they're not powerful enough. They're not getting the kind of suction that they feel like they need. I totally get that, and it's possible that you need more suction, but it is my opinion from having I've tried probably 7 different pumps at this point over the course of my children, is that if you look at the manufacturing specs of a lot of these pumps, including these larger units and the smaller units, it's not that big of a range in terms of what kind of pressure the motor will actually produce. So how much suction you can get out of the pump. It's not actually that big of a difference. So when you're doing these, it's possible that the problem is not the pump that you're not getting enough suction. It's possible that the problem is your bra. So having a bra that holds the flanges very tightly to your body is going to be way more important, in my opinion, than trying to change out a whole bunch of different pumps. As long as the pump is working properly, and you could contact the manufacturer if you really think it's defective, holding those flanges tight to your body is going to be the next thing that's going to cause you to have good contact and good suction. If you're getting air in, then of course you won't have good suction. So I recommend the Simple Wishes bra. That's what I've used for all my children. I bought it. I just happened to buy it for our first, and then I was committed to it for life. I've never changed. I love that bra so much, and I have tried other ones that people have given me and immediately had a loss of suction and not had success. So that's my advice if you find that you don't feel like the pump is powerful enough. Thank you so much for watching. If you have other questions, you can post them in the comments and I'll try to answer them.